What's up? What's up? Greg Saltz presents Musings of a Schlep. We're going to go back to probably 1980, maybe 1979. Back in the day when my brother and John Ronas and some other friends, we used to take the 29 bus downtown, catch a transfer, go down to the Town and Country Hotel, and try to get autographs from visiting ball players before they went to the ball game. Then we would go to the ball game, try to get in there during batting practice, and try to get more autographs before the game, or even broken bats or foul balls, whatever we can, just boys being boys. So I'm going to tell you right now, two stories about Johnny Bench. I've got others about Garvey and Pete Rose or who knows, Joe Morgan. But Johnny Bench, I had two run-ins with him off the field. Was it two? Yeah, one at Town and Country Hotel and the other at the stadium. And I think both times it was because of women. That's now that I'm older. So we were at the Town and Country Hotel where the Cincinnati Reds would stay, the big red machine. We would catch players by the pool, in the restaurant, just walking around in the hallway, wherever we could find them. We would just wander around with our baseball cards and we would recognize anybody as soon as we saw them. So we were I think it was John, Richard, and myself on the second or third floor. And we were just walking around the hallway looking for ball players. And here comes Johnny Bench, one of the crown jewels of the big red machine. And so we were like, oh my gosh. Usually these guys are surrounded by so many kids trying to get an autograph, whether you're at Yuma, Arizona, or waiting for the bus after a game, or during BP before the game. They're not easy autographs to get because these were like the Beatles of baseball during those days. Could have been 79. Could have been 78, to tell you the truth. Honestly, that's that sweet era where we were just going to the games all the time. Literally, I think like 77 to 80 was that era. We were big into it. So we see Johnny Bench on this floor in the hallway. Nobody else around. We were like, no way. He's going to sign for us. He's going to be chill. He's going to be so excited. We might even get 2 or 3 cards each signed by him. And he's with a young girl, like beautiful girl, early 20s. And we're all, at least I was like, wow, she's pretty young. And so we're like, Johnny. What's he do? Gets pissed off. I'm almost positive he swore at us because I remember being like really irked by the way he talked to us. So I'm pretty sure he swore at us, saying we had no business on that floor. We shouldn't be at the hotel, all this stuff. Like what? We're in his private room? We can go anywhere we want on that hotel. I mean, seriously, this guy, he was so rude. So he wouldn't sign for any of us. Brushed us off, went in the elevator. His girlfriend was like, what the heck? Because I think she would have been, impressed if he would have took time to sign some autographs. So the elevator door shut. I was so mad by what he did that I flipped off the elevator. I was standing outside the elevator. I gotta put my arm so you can't see it. I'm flipping off the elevator as the door was shut. Well, little did I know, my buddy's over here pushing the button. It could have been Richard. One of the two was pushing the button, and the elevator door opened in the middle. And there I am. And his girlfriend's face was like, ah! And he was like, ah! And I was like, ah! See you later. Boom, exit stage left. I was gone. I ran. Everybody was laughing. Their guys were laughing as they were running. I didn't think it was funny. So not a fan of Johnny Bench. That's just one interaction. So this is a twofer. This is a twofer story video. So the other one was we used to wait for the ball players to come up the tunnel to get on the bus, and the bus would take them back to the hotel. And then we would be, in the old days, we could pretty much stand right by the door of the bus. And then security got kind of strict, and we had to stand back the barricades. And sometimes we would get excited and we would see somebody and we would just run down the tunnel and meet them as they were on their way up. Guilty. So this particular time, Johnny Bench didn't go on the team bus back to the hotel. So I'm suspecting the same thing. He's off to go see some girl. He's got a date and he has no time for us. So because he has no time for us, he has no time to sign. And there must have been, I'm not gonna exaggerate, 15 kids surrounding him in the immediate vicinity. Johnny, 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 can you sign? Can you sign? And I was one of the best at getting autographs. I mean, I'm almost positive I had every single autograph in the National League except for Mike Marshall at one time, and he wouldn't sign unless you had a straight A report card. Because we'd be at the ball games trying to get autographs after the game. This is pre-pitch clock, so these are long games. And this guy says, you should be home studying. And it goes, if you give me a straight A report card, I will sign for you. I think he was an Ivy League educated pitcher. And one girl showed up with the straight A report card. And he signed hers in front of all of us. He just got on the bus. Y'all got nothing coming. Go home and study. So where was I? So we're all trying to get Johnny's autograph, and he's literally pushing us and pushing us and pushing us. But the key to getting, if I have an example here, the key to getting an autograph is to have the item you want signed in your hand and the pen open like that. And you're right here, it's just like this. And you're just like, here you go, here you go. So all the guy has to do is like, oh, fine. You know, I've done this with Trump, with Bush, with countless baseball players. It's how you get it done. If you're like not ready, the guy's gonna move on, 9 times out of 10. So he wasn't signing for anybody. He was pushing. He knocked me over because every time he'd push you out of the way, another kid would fill the gap, and I would have to run around and then work my way to the front again. And I was very persistent. I had that 68. I think it was a 1968 Johnny Bench. I'm pretty sure that's the one where he had the little rated rookie trophy on the bottom. So he finally makes it to his car. He hadn't signed a single autograph. And now he's in his car, and we're all like, oh, Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. But, of course, I'm the one who's got my hands inside the door. Like, you can't even close the door. Basically, you're not going to shut the door. You ain't going nowhere till you sign my card, right? That was my mentality. So and of course, I can, to this day, look at almost any of those autographs from back in those days, that era, and tell you who the signature was. And probably tell you if it was a fake. Because that's how many signatures I had. So I know Johnny Bench's signature like the back of my hand. At least I used to. He took my card inside and he went like this. Like that. Completely destroyed my card. Just scribbled it. I was... Joe B. He's rooting for the Padres. My boy's rooting for the Padres. I'm going to date this video. Padres are in the playoffs right now, getting ready to play the Dodgers. NLDS. So yeah, I was so mad. So he wouldn't sign for us at the Town and Country. It was rude to us. I flipped him off, but it was after the door was closed. I didn't plan to open it and do it face to face. Johnny Bench, are you kidding me? You see how many balls he can hold in one hand at one time? I would tear my head off and crap down the hole if he wanted to. And then B, he knocked me over on the ground, and C, he destroyed my one of my best baseball cards. Not a fan of Johnny Bench. Not a fan. You give me nice ball players like Steve Finley, Steve Garvey. The older I got, the more I started rooting for baseball players, not based on their statistics, but on how cool they were, how genuine they were, how they treated kids. And so Johnny Bench, scratching from my list. So there you got my Johnny Bench stories. Hope you liked it. Catch you next time.